It's a pleasure to be with everyone today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be. To introduce myself more formally, I'm Susanne Tedrick. I am an infrastructure specialist for Microsoft, specifically concentrating on major sports teams and leagues. And it is my pleasure to talk about the topic that's dear to my heart, cloud computing, and where I see cloud going. So for the brief amount of time that I have today, I want to talk about cloud's future from 2022 and beyond. But before we get there, let's talk about where we are now. And thinking about the last couple of years, because of the pandemic, cloud computing has really positioned itself as a necessary enabler for businesses to stay operational and competitive. The conversation for most organizations has shifted from whether they should use cloud to how quickly can cloud be integrated into their operations. Even with some of the steep learning curves that are often associated with cloud adoption and cloud migration, many organizations were able to quickly adapt to serve the needs of their clients, to serve their employees, both in person and virtually, and really support hybrid work. For 2022 and beyond, though, the discussion around the cloud will shift from being an operations enabler to really driving an innovation enablement. We're seeing the conversations now shift from using the cloud to modernize existing traditional IT operations, from saving cost, to now how can we, with the help of cloud, push innovation for more immersive experiences and more deeper insights to a lot of the work that we're doing. So thinking about some technologies such as augmented and virtual reality, cloud is the backbone for these technologies to exist and to be deployed. It fuels the concept of the metaverse, which you might have heard of, I'm sure, in many different technology circles. It's also the enabler for blockchain, which is the backbone for non-fungible tokens or NFTs. Both are examples of the ways in which organizations can deepen their experiences with their customers. Cloud is also what makes artificial intelligence and machine learning accessible to many, which also helps augment client experiences. Next, we're going to see more of a focus on cloud security. As cyber threats and risks continue to evolve and become far more sophisticated, a greater emphasis must be placed not only on securing the physical environments, but the virtual ones as well. This is not limited to just focusing on zero trust. And taking a step back, zero trust is where organizations grant access to their environments on the principle that identity and access must always be verified and never automatically assumed, as well as data privacy, where measures and controls are in place to protect the most sensitive and personal organizational data. Finally, we will see the rise of industry or what are called virtual cloud computing platforms. While cloud provides unlimited potential use cases, there are times where the specific needs and use cases of a business need to be in greater focus. Many of the leading cloud platforms, Azure included, have offerings that cater to the government, as well as to gaming, as well as to healthcare and what have you. Taking the gaming part a little further, protecting sensitive data is always going to be a top of mind concern. But the primary concerns for cloud gaming to be successful are compute resources that can handle graphically intense games and a high amount of network bandwidth to handle concurrent players and minimizing jitter and lag, which affects the overall gameplay. So while the concept of cloud has been around from the 1950s, we are truly only at the start of what we can see cloud computing to do. And with that, I thank everyone for their time and looking forward to our discussion.